G'day everyone, welcome back to the fish room. Well, today's video, Zig and I are excited about it. It's going to be working on this guy right here, which is my new saltwater tank. And it's going to be the second video in the saltwater series that I'm doing on setting it up. It's going to all be about the hardscape, just putting those rocks together. I've never done a coral bommy before, and just see how we can set it up. And then hopefully, all goes according to plan, we can get the anemones in shortly thereafter. I'm also going to give you a look around the fish room, out in the pond, some bird stuff, all of the water drag and all the things that that happen around here. Zig and I are both excited about this, so go and get comfy. I am going to talk about fish and a heap of other stuff, and yeah, let's go and get into it. Okay, so it's been a few days, and as you can see, the tank has cleared up beautifully. And that's the, here's these guys looking as good as ever. They are so friendly. They just follow me around the room. They're eating baby brine shrimp every day, which is good, and also some pellets that I'm dropping in at least once a day for them, and yeah, they're doing super well. Now, as far as positioning the rocks go, I've made sure I've got a lot of flow down behind it, and actually can still get behind that last piece, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do in that corner, but I've actually taken Sean's advice to make sure the flow gets through every which way, and it's a reasonably level, doesn't have to be dead level of course, structure for me to basically to build the rest of the rock bombing that I'm going to do on there. So the rocks are out here, I'll show you them. So they've been sitting there for probably a week. They're going to go out here. Zig's looking for Wally the water dragon, which he knows he's not supposed to. Brutus is doing his usual thing. But this container here is what I'm going to use. I've just given it a washout, and I've got to drop them into some hydrochloric acid, which I've got here, and I'll probably do it here because I've got no issues about anything growing there. The sun's just getting onto the tub. See if I can just show you the Madakas. No, they're not out. No, there's a few. So there's actually all colours. I've got some really nice tiger Madakas in here, some really nice orange as well. And I've been pretty fastidious getting the duckweed out of that. And there's one Gadiad up in the sun. They usually come out and get some food. All right, Zig, let's get back inside and yeah, let's get these rocks sorted out. It's quite a beautiful day today, actually, for a winter's day, and it's not too cold. I'm going to say probably around 20 degrees. Okay, so this is how it's ended up. What I've done is I've used just the cheap super glue that you can get from Bunnings in the big box stores, and I've stuffed a little bit of tissue in between them, soaked it with, sometimes put sand on it first, soaked it with, I'll use my pointer, the super glue, and it's basically turned to stone. And I've made sure every single area of the tissue got covered with the, I just move this stuff out the way. These are my salt water. It's my RO bottle I've got for the RO water I've got to get from Sean. And there's the two, there'll be 40 litres of salt water. But I've designed this thing to sort of sit on these 3 rocks, and I'll have to move them around for sure. Hello guys, they're waiting for some brine shrimp which I've got on. But in particular I wanted a cave set up for the shrimp, which I think I've achieved. And one thing that Sean said is to make sure there's flow all the way through, which you'll see between these areas. I've made sure that the water can get through, and everything's pretty stable. I picked it up and moved it around. This is going to be up. I did have a thing that I was sitting it on, but anyway, it's going to be up slightly like that. It provides a few flat ledges potentially for the anemone, but also these other things over here. What do you reckon, Zig? Does it look all right? Hey, you're looking for Wally, aren't you? We did see Wally this morning. In fact, here he is right now. I'll show you him. Now, for anyone wondering, Wally is still around. He was just sitting on top of the rocks there when I came out. I do have some crickets for him, which I think he's waiting on. That'll do right there. Let's see. Come on, Wally, you going to get him? No. He's gone off the other way, so Wally's gone that way. Okay, so the next job is to give this a quick wash, not with fresh water. I'm going to make up some salt water. I've got some salt. I'm just going to stick it into a bucket and give it a drenching with that. It's been about 48 hours, and then I'm going to put it onto here. See if the phone picks up the clarity of the water. It is super clean and clear. I've done an ammonia test. There was definitely nothing at all as far as ammonia, so I'll put the rocks in now and see how that goes, and another step closer towards getting the anemone. Everything else is doing pretty well. I've got to get some new lights for this tank and also the 6-footer, I think, and I'll take those lights from there and put them up there. Everything else is doing okay. This is not really cleaned up the way I want, and I've decided I want to pull it down. So I'm going to change the epistogramma tank around. I am seeing these guys a bit more. The sparkling gourami, that's still looking pretty good. Brine shrimp on. Everyone else is doing okay at this stage. I was pretty happy to see that. I don't know if they're out this time of the day. Make sure I don't step on Wally, but there was a pair of the capilli gold, Juliachromis capilli golds in there that looked like they were spawning yesterday, which would be really good to get them done. And I really just need to do some water changes and tidy this place up a bit. But first things first, I'm going to pop these, well, first of all, wash the rocks and then and pop them into the tank. So the time has come to put this in, which I'm super excited about. You guys are getting some more rocks, some more structure in there. Will that be exciting? I think it will. I love you guys. You are so friendly. Now, I think I've got to move this front rock. Let me get a towel handy. Just a whisker. And then, very gently, drop this one in, the air off it. And see how it looks. I think I can probably move that a little. That's better, sitting on that. Okay, so that's in. I think it looks pretty good for my first attempt at a coral bommy. And it's got a cave in there for the shrimp, which I'm hoping they like. These guys are happy. I've got to take out the volume of the rock in water, which I'll just siphon out, and then I'll put some RO in just to make sure the parameters stay the same. But yeah, they can get in and around everywhere. I've got good water flow. I think there's no sort of stale areas even over the back there. You'll see I can get around the gravel with the siphon, hollow right through there. Around this way you might get a better sort of view of the cave where the shrimp can get in and hide out. And I've got a ton of room behind the back here for flow, just to to stop the detritus building up in there. So I'm going to do this now, and then I'll come back to you guys. Now, one of the things I did do this morning was go down to visit Ross and Peter down at RC Aquariums, and I picked up these guys, which are 10 ember tetras. I figured that because I haven't seen the sparkling gouramis nearly as much as I would like, I might try some dither fish in there with them, and they'll probably be the perfect match for them, I'm thinking. And hopefully I'll bring them out. This tank still needs a clean. It's you can see all that's in there. The sponge filter's not working at all, so I've got to do that. And I've got my Apistogramma borellii in this tank here, as well as some orange Venezuelan cories that make sure the tank is always stirred up. So what I'll do now, I think, is just release these guys and show you once they're in the tank. Okay, so these guys have been in for about 5 minutes, and I can see all 10 of them. Looking pretty good in there, doing exactly what I wanted them to do, which was to fill the void spaces. So that worked out really well, and I think I've already seen the 2 sparkling gouramis. In fact, that was one just there, but he just darted up the back. So there's been a few out already, checking those guys out. All right, on to the next job. I've been trying to get a spot just to feed the kingies, but this is the first time the rainbow lorikeets pushed them off just a minute ago, and now the corellas have come up here. But this is definitely the first time we've had the corellas up here. Really beautiful bird, but they are definitely the bosses of everything. Oh, look, a galah too, pink cockatoo. Very unusual. I'm guessing it's to do with the wet weather. It's a girl, female king parrot. You can't really tell whether they're boys or girls with the galahs, or pink cockatoos. And the, I think they're short-bill corellas, those guys. And a male king parrot over here. You can hear the rainbow lorikeets going off out there as well. I'll see if they'll hang around. I'll put some more food out and whether they'll actually eat. Alright, so I've got some food which I just put out, but as soon as I did, the rainbow lorikeets spotted it, so he'll come over. He's not shy, this dude. Yeah, okay. A magpie down there, another rainbow. You guys want some? Some seed? I'll come back most likely. Lots of birds out today. There's no doubt they'll come back. That is if the rainbow parrots let them. Feisty little buggers they are. Everyone's going off out here today. Oh, and the sulphur-crested cockatoos here. There you go. We've got all the crew. The sheriff's locked inside. He'd be out here chasing the cockies. He's not a fan of cockies. I'll get closer to these guys. You enjoying that? You guys enjoying your breakfast? You're a feisty little bugger. Aren't you a feisty little bugger? Hmm? And that's your girl, obviously. Isn't she beautiful? Kingies are on the ground. Very interesting mix of birds today. see who the showdown is. There you go, come on. Oh, the cocky stood up to him. It's super cool. So I've got a visitor down here. You can see I've got Ziggy's upset about it, unfortunately. Don't you leave them, don't you. But you can see the little wallaby down here with the joey in its pouch. Can you see the joey out there? Ziggy, stop it. There you go, you should be able to see it now. I think they're called pretty face wallabies. And he's a pain in the ass fox terrier. Mini foxy, actually. So yeah, he's not a fan. Zig, enough. Hey, Ziggy, enough, mate. Jeez Louise. It's always nice to have these guys come and visit so close to the house. Okay, I better go and do something. Besides stop him. Okay, so I don't have my mic, and neither does Sean, but I've just stopped in to get some RODI water for him, and he's actually moving house soon. So I thought I'd just give you a quick look at his tank and his setup. Very quickly, if you're a saltwater aficionado, you are going to see how beautiful this tank is. And like I know the iPhone doesn't pick it up anywhere near as well as in person, but yeah, the colours are quite spectacular. The fish are amazing, which is very cool. And how are you going with pulling this tank down, man?
Oh, I'm scared. I haven't even started yet. And just planning, everything's going to have to go into tubs, and it'll live in tubs.
Yeah. So what do you do with it? Are you going to have your other tank set up by the time? You don't know, because you haven't found somewhere to live yet, huh?
I'm going to definitely try. That's the plan. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to work, like doing it all in one day. This will be the last thing to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll be a 2-day job. Everything will go into the frag tank, and then the new cage will be set up.
Yeah.
It'll probably take 2 months to get that up and running, and start cycling. I'll put the clowns in that the same as I did yours, and take it to water, and yeah, the big job of putting it all together.
Do the best you can. Yeah. And what about this one? You're saying is very delicate, very much.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to move that. I'm going to have to try and snip it at the bottom, but it's growing up the wall, so if it's attached to that, just got to try and crack it off with minimal damage, but it's definitely gonna.
And do the pieces actually regrow?
Yeah. So over the back here, there's a piece that just fell onto that back bit. So you see around here, and it's just started growing from a little chip.
Oh yeah, okay, that one there.
Yeah, that's probably only a few months old.
Yeah, nice.
That was just a little chip that fell off and landed on there, and it just starts growing. And I've got heaps more in the frag tank of big chunks that I broke off and just grow into big plates. It's really quick grower. Good old Monty's growing Monty.
Beautiful. And the anemone and stuff like that, you don't have those anemones, like the soft ones in there, do you?
Yeah. Not in this tank. In the frag tank I do.
Yep.
I'll show you them in a second. I've got yours out, and they're a little holder so I can get him, because I finally got him off the rock. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I've already put the that coral bombing that I made in, nice. So I'll show you a video actually of it on here. So yeah, okay, awesome. Well, mate, that's yeah, a bit daunting, but good luck with it all. This is like way sort of yeah, beyond my thoughts about how to put up what you're going to do with all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm sure that you will.
Yeah, we'll get it to yours. Yours will need some of it if we start getting some cool corals and stuff. So I'll get you some probably zoas. So they're other chaos zoas. So little zoanthids are like little flowers. So we'll probably put a fair few of them in your tank. I've got heaps in the frag tank I'll give you.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Okay, well, we'll have a look in the frag tank as well. But yeah, I'm sort of feeling daunted by your task.
Yeah, it's scary, but no, I've done it a few times, and it's just a bit of a mission. But I get to set up a new tank, which will be fun.
Yeah, nice.
Bigger and better.
So this is the frag tank. This is ultimately what I am aiming to achieve, is a decent size nem and some clowns in there. This is the one you've got for me, this little fella here, and you'll say he comes out probably, what, twice that size,
Yeah,
you reckon?
it's easy twice that size.
And he'll find his own spot in the tank. And yeah, the colours just don't, the phone doesn't do it justice how incredibly fluorescent these things are. Just looking at them here like that. So what are these ones again? You said these they're the orange ones?
Yeah, zoanthids. There's tons of different types of them.
And we can pop a couple of them in there.
Yeah, I'll get a nice big bunch of these for you. And probably some of the redder ones over the back.
Yeah, and this is the rock you were saying you made
up. Yeah, I just make rocks up for people that want a little like instant zoa garden.
Yeah, very cool. Again, the camera doesn't do it justice. Like that's fluorescent orange, those things, and these things are fluorescent green. And I'm adoring just seeing the clowns do their thing in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they love it. Once you wait until the nem, they fall, like you'll see them in the nem, and the nem's trying to close at night time, and they're still in it like a blanket.
Yep.
And then these, you got your bouncers, so you can get your normal ones and they'll bounce. So this is OG bounce, so you can get this thing here is about $2,000.
Which one was that one?
The one with the orange balls.
Oh yeah, that was one I was just looking at.
Yeah,
yep,
so yeah, to get them to bounce is a rare anomaly.
A couple of grand for that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some money in corals, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then heal some of them up. So some of them are healing down here, these scollies. So they can get over thousands of dollars too for different scollies. Yeah, they're healing up in here from other tanks I've saved them out of.
Just another tank you've got to move.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Well, thank you for letting me have a look, man. That's very cool. I'm sure everyone will be interested to see, just what level of craziness you're into with saltwater.
Yeah, it's still nothing yet.
All right, cool. Okay, well, I'm not sure what's coming up next. Okay, well, that brings us to the questions and answers segment for this week. And the first question is, it's all a bit Australia related, this one, this group of questions, but about an Aussie native tank and my thoughts on that, and having things like purple spotted gudgeons. I think it's fantastic. It's something I'd love to do. I have kept Aussie natives before and thoroughly enjoyed it. I do love the purple spotted gudgeons. I'm actually very partial to a barramundi. I've had one for years. Unfortunately, he died before this fish room, so I haven't really got another one. I'm thinking about getting another predator fish. Barramundi would be pretty cool. Saratoga, I've never kept one of them before, but I also like Oscars and flower horns, so I'm not sure yet. But if you're going to do an Aussie native tank, go for it. I think it would be a fantastic idea, and yeah, it would be pretty spectacular. So make sure you send me some pictures. Okay, so question 2 is about another Australian native tree this time, which is the Melaleuca, and also called the paperbark tree. The question is, have I ever used them before? Yeah, I have, for sure. I use that tree a bit. I actually use the bark to start the fires in the house, in the fireplace, of course. And I do like the fine structure of the branches in the tanks as well, so I've had no problems at all with them as far as any type of issues with the fish goes, or just how they adapt to it's fine, because if you think about where they come from swamps. If it was bad for fish to have leaves and branches of the Melaleuca in there, they wouldn't survive. So generally just try to look back to see what they where they grow in their natural habitat, and the types of effects they have on the environment. So so there you go. And question 3, I do get this comment quite often, which is why don't I sell merch? It's something I'm toying with the idea of, and if you would like to buy some merch, like this shirt in particular, not this exact shirt, but I'm thinking of setting up an Etsy shop and print on demand, and I'm going to get my sister-in-law to help me, because I just don't want to have to do that. So it's something I'm definitely thinking of. I've actually come up with about 15 ideas for shirts and other bits and pieces that I guess express mostly my humor. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm thinking about it, and I will certainly let you know if I decide to go ahead and do that. But if you buy the merch, let me know in the comments or anything else about this video or any others. I really do enjoy reading them. It takes me forever to get back to them. I'm super busy at the moment, but I truly appreciate the comments. Now, if you're wondering, have I chosen names for these guys yet? No, I've had some fantastic names come through. I'm still trying to decide. It's probably now I've got too many to choose from is the issue. But hey, look, send some more in if you've got some ideas on, just what we can call them. They are so friendly. Like their personality is just adorable, and so inquisitive. So I don't know if that helps when you're thinking of names. But anyway, I'm really keen to name them. Okay, well, that just about wraps it up for another video. I want to thank you if you've made it this far. I truly appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying the saltwater series and just how I'm going with the first tank. It's actually really enjoyable, and I'm having a good time filming it for you. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will see you again next week, and bye for now. And it's going to be the reality is this. I know. Okay, well, that brings us to the questions and answers segment for this week, and I better check if I hit fucking record. That would be smart. Okay, question 2 is paperbark tree a bit. I actually use the bark to start the fires in the house, in the fireplace, of course. And I also